Hello everybody, today is Sunday, let's see, the 9th. It's approximately 7 o'clock in the morning Central Time. And today I thought I'm gonna talk to you about the reasons why I decided to invest in Fundrise. Let's see, I just opened my account and overnight, as you can see, I gained, I got $5.23 in dividend. It's actually in dividend payment. Um, right now, I'm gonna have an account. My account is at $34,000 922, and which is not that bad in comparison to what other people have. There are some people who have more, some people have less. But let's just look at my portfolio and what kind of projects they have. And as we do, we will look at that I've been investing in 80 active projects. Before I do, I would like to ask you kindly to subscribe to my channel. Right now I have only 16 subscribers. Let's get it to 20 at least. Let's get this number to 20, and I would appreciate it because when you subscribe, it tells me that you're watching my channel, and it gives me motivation to proceed making these videos. Otherwise, I could just make a video only for me, make it private, not public, and that was going to be the end of it. But as you're watching it, I know that you are taking interest in my channel as well, and it gives me motivation and drive to keep posting and creating these videos for you. So again, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't take much; it only takes a second. And let's see. So I've been involved in 80 projects. I've been investing in 80 projects. Most of my, as you can see again, um, I have two investment transactions that are pending, that are still pending. I had some problems with my bank, with routing information and stuff like that. Hopefully, by next week, these problems are going to clear out, and those transactions will proceed smoothly. The first investment was made in August the 4th in the amount of $600, and the second one it was made even before on August 3rd in the amount of $4,800. So it's going to be $5,500 total investment so far. And the first reason I just wanted to share you why is because people say that when you buy physical real estate, some kind of apartment complex or house, you can do the flipping. And you see, for that time, for that transaction to go smoothly, you need to have experience. I think you cannot just buy the course and say, well, now I'm an expert at flipping houses and fixing, renovating houses and selling them for profit. You need to have an experience. One course is not going to be enough. You think that if you buy some course from some expert for a couple of $1,000 and it's going to teach you everything you need to know about flipping or doing renovating or whatever, yeah, you're clearly mistaken because it takes many years before you can actually do it successfully. I don't believe that just by buying only one course. Some people get lucky, some people are quick learners. But for some people, it would take a lot of time before they can do it successfully. So for me, it's much easier to invest in private REIT than to make an investment in physical property and try to flip like a house or apartment complex or something like that. So that would be the first reason. Again, in income REIT, I have 17 active projects, and let's look at the same time as we're talking about the reasons why I'm investing. Let's look at the properties that they have at least. You see that this first one is for their commitment was $30 million, structure is debt, projected return is 0.6% stabilized apartments in Tampa, Florida. A nice location, Florida. I like Florida because of the weather. And see how beautiful this house is. And in this house, I would want to live in. Well, let's come back to the reasons. The second reason is that it takes a substantial amount of investment. You will invest in physical property. Like, for example, if you want to buy the house, you still need the money for the down payment. Well, whereas with REIT, with a private REIT, with a fundraise, you just need, I think, $500, and you can start investing. So you have $500, and you can make an investment amount of $100 or any amount you choose. You don't need to have a larger physical investment on the property in order to profit from it. Let's look at the second. So that will be my second reason. The first one was that you need experience in physical property, real estate investment. And with this, with a private REIT, with fundraise, you just give them the money. You just give the people who fundraise the money, and they will invest your money in their properties. Station East. It's a new commercial development that they have in Union City, California. Their commitment was in the amount of $28 million. Structure is debt. Projected annual return is 8.5%.
Investors from all over the world are pooling money to invest in real estate. Integra Platform is an online crowdfunding real estate investing platform for everyone.
Receiving profit. Daily interest from your deposit will be automatically transferred to your account balance.
Start investing today with Integra Platform and buy your dream property.
The third reason why I chose to invest in fundraise is that it doesn't, it's not very stressful, and I can explain to you. With the physical, if you invest in the physical property, it's very stressful. I used to have an apartment in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee area, Greenfield area, that I needed to sell eventually. And I tell you, that was a problem. I tried to do it myself, and I advertise myself. I don't have much experience, and of course, I didn't really get any of the phone calls or anything like that. I really, some people asked me questions about the apartment, but that was it. Then I needed to choose a real estate agent. There are so many of them to choose from. It was one of the most. It was a very hard decision that I needed to make in order to choose a real estate agent who was going to sell my property. And that was very stressful because I needed to negotiate the price. I needed to negotiate everything else, and I tell you, it was not experience that went very smoothly. Eventually, because of my real estate agent, I profited from the sale, yeah, and the profits were more of the ones that I'm receiving now from the fundraise. But I'm telling you, I mean, it was a very stressful experience for me, even though I work with a real estate agent. Let's look at the third. You see how nice those investment properties look. El Sereno, I guess that's how you say it, Los Angeles area, California. Income in REIT, their commitment was in the amount of $6 million. Structure is debt. Projected return, it's usually what the fundraise can offer you. It's about like maybe 7-8% in these days, 8.5%. So let's come back to another reason why I choose to invest with a fundraise and place all my investments with them is that again with fundraise your investment is completely passive. You don't need to do anything. All you need to do, if you have some money, you're just going to transfer to the fundraise people, and they will invest it for you. Whereas with the physical property, there are so many things you need to deal with. Again, when I was selling my apartment in Milwaukee area, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh my goodness! I mean, I tell you, with each potential seller, with each potential buyer rather, because I was a seller, there were so many problems. There were many negotiations and everything else, and it took a lot of time. I mean, even though I invested and I bought a physical property, later on I encountered a lot of problems, a lot of features that I needed to deal with when I tried to sell it. So with the fundraise, you don't really have that problem. You just give them the money and they take care of everything else. They have property managers, they have maintenance people, they can deal with the tenants, they can deal with all this stuff. Whereas I cannot. I don't have experience. I don't have time. I don't want to be stressed out. And I do realize that even if I buy the course, I'm still going to be inexperienced. So through the course, even though you learn maybe the basics, it's not going to turn you into the experienced real estate seller or whatever, you know.
Investors from all over the world are pooling money to invest in real estate.
Click on Withdraw button to send a withdrawal request. Your income will be transferred to your wallets.
Start investing today with Integra platform and buy your dream property.
So those would be my main reasons why maybe fundraise um, is a good investment. And I just want to point out to you that some people are making arguments that their investment is illiquid. And another thing, they cannot take it out. Like, for example, if they want to take it out, they cannot. With the private e-REITs, it takes time. You can place the request of redemption with a fundraise, but I think it's going to take maybe a few months before you actually receive it. There are some fees because the investment is completely illiquid. But so what? I mean, I think if you're there, if you're a long-term investor, if you're there, you should hold your investment at least for 5 years. I mean, it's no big deal. You're still getting the dividend payments, and the dividend payments are decent. Why would you want to leave the fundraise and not to invest with them? 5 years. For some people, it's actually a very long time because they might need the money immediately. But if you do need the money, do not invest in private REITs. Invest in public REITs, the ones that's being traded in the public, stock exchange. That way you can just sell them and get your money back. With the private REITs, it's still possible to get your money, but it's gonna take time. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Again, if you have not subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. And also, there's this last thing that I wanted to point out. Some people say that investing in private REITs is very risky. I heard this argument being made several times from the YouTubers to say that it's risky because you give them the money, even though they have a past history of investing, of making investments, but you don't know how the fundraise will do during the hard times. Well, now those are the supposedly hard times for the fundraise. As you can see, at least knock on wood, they're doing a good job. And I'm telling you, if you invest in the physical real estate, if you buy something, it's very risky too. Because how can to guarantee that, for example, if you buy the property, you want to rent it out, you cannot, really to guarantee that you're gonna have the renters. You're gonna find a good renter, and when you're gonna find good renters, whether there's gonna be demand for your property, and you cannot guarantee all those things. So you're taking a risk. I think you're taking even more risk when you're purchasing physical property. So I think in that case, fundraise it's actually a better deal. So we can explore some other things that people say that I do not agree with in another video. But for now, I wish you to have a nice weekend because today is Sunday. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. On that note, I'd like to finish this video and bye.